The Baghdad Battery, sparks from the ancient world. It sat in silence for 2 millennia, a clay jar sealed and forgotten, buried beneath the dust of empires. When archaeologists unearthed it near Baghdad in the 1930s, it looked unremarkable, a vessel, perhaps for oil or scrolls. But inside was something stranger, a copper cylinder, an iron rod, traces of acidic residue. It wasn't a container, it was a device, a battery. The so-called Baghdad Battery defied explanation. Dated to around 250 BCE, it predated Alessandro Volta's invention of the modern battery by over 2,000 years. If filled with vinegar or lemon juice, it could produce a small electric charge. Not much, but enough to shock, enough to plate metals, enough to raise questions that history wasn't ready to answer. What was it for? Some dismissed it as coincidence. Others speculated wildly, electroplating gold onto silver, religious rituals involving divine fire, medical treatments, torture, or perhaps something more arcane, technology passed down from a forgotten lineage, now erased from the record, because the battery wasn't alone. Similar artifacts were found nearby, and yet no texts described their use, no manuals, no diagrams, just silence, as if the knowledge had been deliberately buried. The implications were appalling. If ancient people had harnessed electricity, even crudely, what else had they discovered? What had they built, used, and lost, and why had it vanished? The battery became a relic of unease, a symbol of how fragile knowledge truly is. Civilizations rise, invent, and collapse. Libraries burn, languages die, and sometimes all that remains is a clay jar with a copper heart, humming with forgotten power. In museums, it sits behind glass, inert and quiet, but it stares back at us like a warning that progress is not a straight line. That genius can be buried, that we are not the first to touch the spark, and perhaps not the last to lose it.